Hey folks, it's been a while since I did a video. So we just got a bunch of new stuff in the store. In fact, I've been playing all morning with it, paint everywhere and messes everywhere. But I wanted to show you some of the new stuff that we got in because for me it's so much better to see it in person and see how it's used than just see it on a website. So we just have a lot of fun stamps that we brought in, some fun new stencils, new sprays that are permanent. We have new colors of paint dabber, new paper pads. So there's a lot of fun things. So in this video, and actually I think it's going to be a two-part video because I made it too long already, I'm going to show you just some fun stuff and textures and stuff. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Okay, so in this little segment, I wanted to show you just a fun little page to do using a mixture of stuff. So first I coated this page in the new Distress Stain, and if you haven't used the Distressed Stain, it's just exactly like the pads that you can buy, so it gives that kind of distressed look, and it's got the same ink in it, except for it's a stain. I mean, it just goes on. Now the Distress Stain is not permanent, so if you're working on canvas or if you're working in art journals and you want to layer other stuff that's not permanent, then you need to put a coat of sealer down, so decoupage or Mod Podge or whatever you want to put down on there. But I am gonna layer some stuff that is permanent, so I don't need to do that. So I'm just kind of gonna mess around. These are some of the fun things. These are some of the new stencils that we have in the store. They're by Julie Balzer. She is freaking amazing. She has the coolest designs, like the new Crafters Workshop template designs. There's a lot more than these. She's got this one, the splatter one. She's got this henna hand one. She's just got a ton. So we have a bunch of them in the store. But I thought those would be fun. I kind of wanted to do a little maybe Halloween-y look. I don't know. I'm going to try for it. And then these are the new Delusional stamps by Diane Reevely. I believe that's how you say her name. And then also this is Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous. These aren't sticking very well in here. And these are some more of hers. But so they're really cool stamps. And they're just rubber mounted stamps. The reason why I like using these too, just especially when I'm working on, excuse me, excuse me, wow, bless me, canvas, is when I'm working on canvas, sometimes when you have a hard stamp that is got wood on the back of it, you can't really get everywhere, and so I like these because you can get in there and you can push them all around onto your canvas, and it will make a much better imprint. So I'm just gonna mess around with this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put some Perfect Pearls Mist down, and this Perfect Pearls Mist is permanent, and there aren't a lot of mists out there that are permanent, it's kind of a cool concept, because most sprays and washes, let's see, like the Color Wash or the Glimmer Mist or these things, they aren't like this. It's not permanent, so once you spray it down, you've got to spray some sort of fixative on it, because even when you Mod Podge over it, you'll lose some of the design. But the Perfect Pearls are permanent, which is kind of cool. The only thing about them is it's really just a pearly mist. It's not like this bright, bold kind of dark color that maybe you would, hope for. But I've kind of found a way to work through that a little bit. There's a few tricks that I do. So I'm just going to spray this on because I just want a subtle background with this. So what I'm going to do is spray that on, and then I'm going to dry it. And then I'm going to spray another coat, especially when you're using a stencil, because really it gives a really cool all over shimmery pearly effect to something if you want to spray it on there. But if you want to use it with the stencil, then you kind of want that design. So that's kind of my trick, is I just leave the stencil on there, dry it, spray it a couple times, and it's still not going to be quite as dark as a normal spray, but when I get done, then you can see the pattern on it. You see that pattern? My lights are glaring a little bit. But now I've got that pattern on there, and once that pattern is completely dry, it's totally going to be permanent. Nothing's going to, if I spray another spray on top of it, or if I get it wet, or if I put Collage on it, nothing's going to happen to it. So that's the one thing I love about the Perfect Pearls Mist. And another thing I thought about, and I haven't tried yet, but I have made my own washes and sprays before out of Liquitex inks, which they aren't new, but let me show you really fast. Well, that's a red one. We don't want to do that. Okay, so for instance, this is the Perfect Pearls Mist, and what I was thinking earlier was because this is permanent already, and then you've got your Liquitex inks that are permanent, and this is totally not what I planned to do, but let's just do this because I want to see. So let's take this tag. I'll zoom in a little. By the way, my husband came out the other day. This is my brand new table that he just made me. And he's like, what the crap is all over your table? I was like, paint and stuff. And he's like, I thought you were going to put something down because now the table looks like... I was like, I know, I'm sorry. I just was too impatient. Because my craft mat that I usually work on was on my other table and it was a mess and I didn't want to take it off. So now I have a nice painted red, beautiful table. Okay, so let's try this. Let's just do this one again. Okay, so that would just be normal. And I don't even know if this is going to work. So this is going to be and that's a pretty dark color actually already. But, and you know what? I'm not a chemist or anything, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to blow up. If it does, well, it was nice knowing you guys. You guys have been fabulous. I'm going to drop, I don't even know if the two will mix, actually. Drop a couple drops in there. Mix it up. It might not have been enough, but we'll see. And you know what? Look at that. It just gave me a little bit darker color. I don't know if you can tell that on the tag, but... And I bet if I added even a couple more drops. But then that whole thing's permanent because these are permanent. And that's a lot. I've tried making my own sprays out of it, but I've had to add a ton of color to this, to water, to do it. But the idea of just adding it to Perfect Pearl Mist, I don't know, kind of like the idea. So, anyways, okay, back to what we were doing. So, we have this page. So I have a base down. The other thing that's new in the store are new paint dabbers. You guys already know I absolutely love using these both in art journals and on canvas because they get really fast, easy coverage. Like this particular canvas that I did right here, a lot of these edges I just basically am taking my paint dabber and, you know, going around the edges with it, or you can do a whole color with it, and it's like seriously like instantly pretty much dry. I mean, give it take a few seconds. But so, the other thing that I want to do is, I love this stencil. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of these because I thought that you guys would probably love them too. But it has 3 of my favorite designs. It's got the Punchinella, it's got the, I guess I should put it back on the black so you can see it better. Punchinella, the honeycomb, and then there's just cute little star, like all over pattern. So this would be really fun to use. And I kind of want to think, I don't know, we're keeping with the same theme. It's kind of light. Let's go a little darker. Okay, the paint dabbers, if you've never used them before, this is how I get started. I don't know if that's how you do it, but I just push the top until the paint comes through, and then you're good to go. And if you didn't know, you can purchase replacement tops too for the paint dabber. So if you're like me, I always leave my lids off, and then I have to replace them. It kind of sucks. But see how that's just some really cute instant design. So if you have been having a hard time finding Punchinella, or, you know, a pattern that's like a honeycomb, this is just an awesome stencil to be able to do it with. So, I also want to do these cool stamps. So, let's add, actually before I do that, I want to add a little more stain. I just want to add a little more color. Because we've got, I want to make it kind of like Halloween-y, right? Isn't that our point? Let's see. So I love this because I love the spills. This is the Tim Holtz spills and splatters. This is cool. You can actually use the stains with this too. And let's do, it's gonna use orange, but you might not be able to see it as well. So here, but look how cool. That just gives like an instant paint splatter. I freaking love it. And I wanted to use this, I love these. These are the border stamps, they're called further around the edge. Anyways, look at how cute these little stamps are. But I thought this one kind of looked fallish. And I wish I had a green pad right now. We'll use the brown. We don't want everything to be black, do we? Oh, maybe. Gives a little bit of dimension in there. Got some. Maybe we'll add another one. I like it. It's looking good. And then this is from the Basic Backgrounds by Diane, the Delusion stamps, and it's got just this really cool alphabet and numbers and circles. So you can see a little bit. Anyway. Okay. Now the other thing that I love are her word stamps. And if you've ever seen like the pieces of art that I create, especially the canvas, I love putting like little sayings on them. And this, I love the fact that it's already kind of like the style that I do. And they're cool. I love them. So thought we could, let's put this one on. Definitely want to do black for this because we want it to stand out. My kids are home from school. It's Spud Harvest this week, or for the next 2 weeks. Cool, huh? I love that. If you don't shine, you're just dull. Choose to shine. Love it. Anyways, so if you hear them, sorry, but you know what? Anyway, bye. And then I could go back in and I could add some more green paint to this. And another thing I love to do is I love to color in stuff too with my Faber Castell pens. So just a fun little page, kind of art journal-y page. Could probably add some more stuff to it too, more dimensions, just all paint and stuff. But so that's really simple. Here are some other little tags that I made using the stamps. This was actually done, I don't know if you can tell, but I left it plain, used just the plain tag, and then I used this spray on the back of it, so it has the circle design on the back. Then I used this henna hand stencil, and I used the red paint dabber and put it on there, so that was kind of fun. And then I used this new stamp from, let's see if I can find it, Unity, which love Unity stamps. It's just kind of like a worn grid kind of stamp, and so I put it all over the back of that. And then another one of the Delusional stamps, added some circles. Anyways, so here's some more. These are all with, most of these are with the Delusional stamps. This one's kind of a combination of Delusional stamps and Tim Holtz stamps. So anyways, this is just some of the fun new products. I had to split this up into 2 parts, so make sure to check out part 2 for the other new products that we have in the store.